You're on a mission to uncover history's darkest stories? Then consider this your front row seat. Before we begin this journey, do us a solid, smash that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more untold stories from History Clarity. How did a homeless, failed artist become the most hated man in history? Behind every monster lies a story, and this one begins in poverty, rejection, and rage. A rallying crowd, a soldier's scream, the metallic click of a pistol. This is the moment that would echo through the next century, the making of a tyrant. The rise, the reign, the ruin. This is the rise and fall of Adolf Hitler, a journey into how one man's obsession reshaped the world forever.
1889, Braunau am Inn, Austria.
A boy named Adolf is born under a strict father's rule, dreaming of being an artist, never imagining the power he'd one day seize. Twice, the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts rejected him. They said he lacked talent. Those words burned into his pride, and something darker began to grow. He drifted through Vienna, cold and starving, sleeping in shelters. As the world ignored him, bitterness filled the void where compassion should have been. When World War I broke out, he finally had purpose. As a soldier, he carried messages through gunfire, tasting both glory and despair on the front lines. Germany's defeat shattered him. The Treaty of Versailles stripped the nation of pride, and to him it was betrayal. Someone he decided had to pay. From that humiliation, he found his mission: to rebuild Germany's honor, to rise above those who mocked him. His war was no longer on the battlefield, but in ideology. He joined a small group called the German Workers' Party. Within months, he wasn't just a member, he was the movement, the voice, the leader. He mastered a new weapon, not guns, not tanks, but words. Propaganda became his brush, the swastika his twisted masterpiece. His first attempt at power, the beer hall putsch, ended in chaos. He was arrested, humiliated, yet unbroken. Failure only sharpened his resolve. In prison, he wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle. Page by page, he turned his hatred into a blueprint for domination. The world ignored it. That was their mistake. Then came the Great Depression.
Millions unemployés.
Desperation spread like wildfire. People craved hope, and he offered it, wrapped in venomous lies. He promised jobs, pride, and revenge. His rallies became hypnotic spectacles, where fear was disguised as faith and hate as hope. Then, a mysterious fire engulfed the Reichstag. Hitler blamed his enemies, and the terrified nation handed him more power to protect them. January 1933. Headlines screamed, Hitler appointed chancellor. Democracy opened its door, and tyranny walked right in. The enabling act turned his word into law. With a single signature, freedom in Germany ceased to exist. The nation had a dictator. The Nuremberg rallies lit the night sky, oceans of torches and salutes. A godlike figure had emerged, and the people followed without question. He burned books, silenced minds, and erased voices. In Hitler's Germany, only one truth was allowed, his own. Defying every treaty, he rebuilt the army in secret. Soldiers marched, flags flew, and the world looked away, too afraid to stop him. Austria fell without a fight. The Anschluss, Hitler's homeland, consumed by the Reich. His empire was growing, and still no one dared to resist. At Munich, Chamberlain waved a paper promising peace. But that peace was an illusion, the calm before the storm that would drown the world. He laughed with his generals, the map of Europe behind him. The West was weak. The world was his for the taking. For now, September 1st, 1939. Germany invades Poland. Within hours, Europe is at war. The world watches in horror. The nightmare has begun.
Blitzkrieg Lichtning war.
Tanks thunder forward. Skies scream with Stukas. His army devoured nations faster than the world could react. Paris falls. German soldiers march under the Arc de Triomphe. Hitler stands at his peak, believing himself unstoppable. But behind his victories lay something far darker, The camps, the ghettos, the trains. His final solution had begun. Millions of innocent lives. Men, women, children. Erased in an industrial machine of death. The world would never be the same again. Then, in 1941, arrogance led him east. Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union. A decision that would seal his fate. Winter came. Stalingrad became his graveyard. Frozen soldiers shattered morale. His invincible army broke in the snow. Then came another blow. America joined the war. The sleeping giant awoke, and the tide of history began to turn. Allied bombers filled the skies. German cities burned. The invader had become the invaded. His empire was crumbling from within. June 6, 1944, D-Day. Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy. The noose tightens around the Third Reich.
1945, Berlin in Ruins.
Hitler hides in his bunker, surrounded by walls, lies, and the ghosts of his collapsing empire. His hand trembles. His health fades. Paranoia consumes him. The man who once commanded millions now trusts no one, not even himself. Above ground, the Red Army storms through the capital. The Reichstag burns, and the Soviet flag rises over Berlin's corpse. As bombs fall, his portrait catches fire. The empire he built on hate now burns with him. He knows the end has come. April 30th, 1945. In the bunker's dim light, he marries Eva Braun. A final act of delusion before the inevitable. He gives the order. No one must survive him. Loyalty until death, even as the walls close in. Pistol. A vial of cyanide. Two choices remain. The end of the tyrant is moments away. Behind a locked door, a single gunshot echoes through the bunker. Then silence. The dictator's reign is over. The next day, Soviet troops find burned bodies in a crater. The man who wanted to rule the world is reduced to ashes and dust. Days later, crowds dance in the streets. V-Day victory in Europe. The nightmare is finally over. The Nuremberg trials. His generals, his ministers, his monsters, facing the justice he never did. The once mighty Reich lies in ruins. Cities flattened, millions dead. This was his legacy, destruction on a global scale. The 1,000-year Reich lasted just 12. A generation lost, a world scarred. A reminder of what happens when hate goes unchecked. Today, the bunker stands empty, silent, forgotten. Only echoes remain. A ghostly warning from history. This is a story we must never forget. If this deep dive gripped you, help us keep these stories alive. Like, share, and subscribe to History Clarity. More tales from the shadows of history await.